I scratched my head. I guess I was off the mark. Oh, I have that pretty loud. After my conversation with Hanabishi-kun yesterday, I decided to knit something for Nitty for her birthday, so I've come looking for my knitting holy Bible. However, guess I'm too late. It doesn't take a genius to realize that the whole school is in the middle of their preparations for Halloween. Almost all the books on dressmaking have been checked out. Of course, anything about knitting has been snapped up as well. I learned to sew at an early age, starting with replacing the buttons on my father's coats and moving on to stitching up my brother's ripped jeans. But I never learned to knit. There had been a fad for it while I was in elementary school, but for some reason I found it embarrassing and never joined in. I glance over toward the librarian's desk, but she isn't there. Guess she's not on duty today. I'm slightly relieved. I've been feeling awkward ever since I stirred things up by telling her to aim for the presidency of the Council of Nikaya. My emotions are conflicted. I want to see her, but at the same time I'm nervous about talking to her. Since I haven't been able to find a book, the only option now is left to me is finding someone to teach me who will also keep their mouth shut about it. But even if it's someone I know to be discreet, if they're too close to us, it's still possible they'll accidentally let something slip to Needy. So it can be anyone on the council, or even any of our fellow classmates, which by process of elimination leaves me with... I jump, startled by the sudden voice behind me. Turning around, I find... Yagaki-kun smiling her usual feline smile. Drawing an imaginary sword, I imitate a character from one of the period dramas I'd been into recently. Yagaki-kun's smile doesn't falter. She slaps her knees. Okay, I think... That way I could hear if there's anything going on, but I can't. I'm about to tell her that I'm looking for a book on knitting, but I find myself embarrassed by how not me that would seem. I mutter. The book had popped into my mind because I had seen Hanabishi-kun with it yesterday, but I wondered now if perhaps Takagaki-kun recommended it to her. Adopting an air of innocence, I ask her if her amity partner is a fellow bookworm. She looks away, her cheeks faintly flushed. She really looks her age in moments like this.
暇がありゃ何でも読みます。そいつは
You're a bona fide bookworm, I tell her, and her cat-like smirks curls up into view.
逆に八代先輩のおすすめってやつを知りたいですね。処置に勧められるものはないが。
I think it'd probably be more interesting to go with The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, but knowing her, she's probably already read it. But there must be different adaptations of the story around. Without even thinking, the title of my favorite book as a child falls from my lips.
オズの魔法使いですか。ライマン・フランクボームだ。八代先輩にしては随分と可愛らしい本を読むんですね。いや、おすすめなんかじゃない。気にしないでくれ。
I feel like I've had an old wound prodded. Ignoring the pain, I try to brush it off casually with my usual grin.
可愛いと言ったことが気に障りましたか？え？
Like So-kun, Yakuki-kun is good at sensing subtle emotion shifts. She must have realized she hit a sensitive spot.
何？最近友人が読んでいたのを目にしていたのでね。つい口に出してしまったのさ。それだけのことだよ。ですか。ですです。
She finally smiles when I mimic Ringo-kun's speech quirk, and I chide myself internally for getting emotional.
それでは別の聞き方をするとしよう。八重垣くんが選ぶおすすめでなくて、僕に勧めるならどんな本が適していると思うかね。
It's similar to my original question, but distinctively different. I'd expect her to rack her brains over it, but...
そうですね。八代先輩にぴったりの本がありますよ。
She says it as though it's already a done deal.
例えば、編み物の指南書とかね。もしかして、ずいぶん前から見ていたのかい？その口ぶりからすると当たりのようですね。引っ掛けられたのか。君も探偵のような真似をするね。白羽に鍛えられましてね。ま、消去法ですよ。八代先輩がうろうろしていたのは要塞の図書が置かれている場所だ。だが衣装の凝ったドレスを一人で作れてしまう八代先輩が今さら要塞の本を読むとも思えない。だから編み物の本というわけか。季節を考えたらさらに選択肢は狭まるものな。
She smirks with satisfaction, then jerks a thumb toward herself.
編み物なら私が教えましょうか。
She offers.
いいのかい？
Her feline smile curves higher as she tells me that, of course she wouldn't. It's an expression that sets alarm bells ringing.
なんだか犯罪者の手口を思い出すな。へえ、どんなです？はじめは気のいいふりをして小さい音をどんどん打っていく。そしてたまりにたまったところで仕事を頼む。断りづらい状況を作るんだな。そして裏の仕事を手伝わせ自分の一味に引き入れるんだよ。
Erika chuckles.
学院のカリスマに歌詞を作っておくのも一つの手かと思いましてね。
She brags, going by the intuition I've cultivated from observing other people since early childhood. She's only half joking.
スオ君と同じ、私と同じ気質を持っている相手だ。
Being indebted to someone isn't so bad, so as long as it serves to bring you closer together.
恥を忍んでお願いするよ。
I clasp my hands together and accept the offer from the cute kitty cat sat before me. I'm surprised, Takasaki-kun says.
まるで女の子みたい。
Her almond eyes grow wide as she addresses Yakaki-kun, who's teaching us how to knit. Yakaki-kun scrubs a hand through her messy locks.
なんだ、もしかして私に言っているのか？両方よ。
Looks like I'm being dragged into this too.
ま、僕自身似合わないことは自覚しているけどね。確かに、八重垣くんが編み物ができるのは意外だったな。そうですか。ネクラなインドア派女がまずやりそうなことでしょう。
She asserts confidently, but Takasi-kun's pressing gaze compels her to explain further.
以前、バスキア教諭にプレゼントをしてから、ものづくりに目覚めたんだよ。そうなの？隠すことないじゃない。今みたいにからかわれるからだよ。お前はどうなんだ？編み物できるのかよ。趣味がなかった私に聞くの？相変わらず嫌味なのね。性分なんでね。
To listen to them, you'd think they were having a quarrel, but it seems like this is just how the two of them communicate. There's no animosity between them. They're like two cats play fighting.
さて、大体の説明は済みましたが、八代先輩は何を編むつもりなんですか？マフラーに挑戦してみようと思うのだが。それなら間に合うか。いや、手袋とか言われたらなかなかに難易度があるので、初心者には難しいんですよ。あなたも始めたばかりの初心者じゃない。ムカつくことしか言えないのか。マフラーなら教えやすいと思ったんだよ。ほら、でかい体を横にどけろ。
Nudging Takasi-kun out of the way, she moves her wheelchair over to the closet, opens the door, and pulls out a cardboard box.
それって編みかけのマフラーだよ。こいつで練習といくわ。
She shoots a smile in my direction. Don't think, feel. The famous line from Enter the Dragon rises to the forefront of my mind.
なんというか、ひたすら反復作業なのだね。まっすぐ編んで縫い続けられるから初心者用なんですよ。反復作業が嫌いな人は苦手なのかもですけどね。
Yakaki-kun's slim fingers and soft breath tickle my skin as she shows me how to do it. I really have to concentrate to stop myself from blushing.
そうか。先ほどから手ほどきを受けているが、なかなか進まないものだね。これは時間がかかるのではないかな。この毛糸の太さは合太ですが、この太さの毛糸で長さ140センチくらいのマフラーを編むとなると、1日10センチくらいずつ進めるなら14日くらいかかりますかね。14日？それじゃ間に合わない。なので毛糸の太さで極太を選び、 ザクザク編むことにすれば1週間くらいで間に合うかもです。そうか。それならなんとか間に合うか。
Yagaki-kun seems to have predicted my thoughts ahead of time and has come up with this alternative.
今回は一目ゴム編みでなくガーター編みにしたのも時間をネックに置いたからです。編み方もいろいろあるのだね。サクサク編むには一目ゴム編みの方がいいですが、ガーター編みは表編みだけでいいから間違えにくい。一目ゴム編みとやらは違うのかい？そっちは表目裏目と交互に編まなくちゃならない。ぼーっとやっていると誤って裏目裏目と編んだりするので、間違った場合のリカバリーが大変なんですよ。ずいぶんと僕のことを考えて選んでくれているんだね。ありがとう、八重垣くん。別に。ただ受けたからにはきちんとやりたいだけですよ。
The way she blushes and turns her head aside is so cute. Her fingers entwined with mine as she demonstrates how to perform the stitches. Feels strangely sensual.
もしかして役得だったのかもしれないな。
She hot as gay as hell. Here we go. Takase-kun's barely audible whisper is filled with resentment. Looks like she's having the same thoughts as me.
今度高崎くんも教えてもらうといい。同行の死が増えるのはいいことだ。だろ？え？まあ教えてほしいって言うなら教えないではないですけどね。
Don't be so cold. Yakaki-kun responds, her cheeks still slightly reddening, and Tasaki-kun smiles brightly.
八代先輩はいい人だわ。
Although Yakaki-kun snarkily comments that it doesn't take much to sway her, she doesn't seem altogether displeased.
どうにも二人には当てられるよ。白羽ならこの機会を逃さずに恋バナをしましょうとかいうタイミングですね。
I mean, technically you're in their room, so...
恋バナ？ああ、恋愛のお話ね。八代先輩は豊富そうだから後学のため聞いておきたいわね。恋愛話と言ってもね。
Hey, get off my keyboard. Move it. Yakaki hands urge me to keep knitting while I think. Okay, we've been pretty teaseful for a bit, so let's see. I mean, we might as well just go down the bad ending. Tease. No, let's. I mean, I want to tease her, but I also want to be. Let's go ahead and just tease. Well, and dazzle them with knowledge. Either dazzle or tease. What do we do? Dazzle them with knowledge or tease Takahashi-kun. Kitty, what do you think? What do you think? Do we dazzle or tease? They're ignoring me now. Nah, we'll just go with tease. Ow. Ow. I decided to have a little fun. After being made to feel like a third wheel around them, an idea to mess with them comes to mind. A cynical smile spreads across my features.
告白は受けるが、付き合ったことはないから、高崎くんの高額にはならないだろうね。お
付き合いしたことがないんですか？意外です。
なかなかタイミングが合わなくてね。そういえば知っているかい、八重垣くん。
はい。
以前耳にした俗説でね、首にほくろがあるタイプは推しに弱いという。聞いたことはあるかな？
Takahashika presses her hand to her neck in a fluster.
いや、聞いたことがありませんね。
I can tell that she's trying her best not to let any trace of embarrassment show on her face.
思った以上のことをしているのかな。
Figuring that teasing them any further would just be mean, I tell them it was just a bad joke. Time passes by in silence for a while as I steadily move my fingers.
そういえば、以前の白羽さんたちに似た話があるって聞いたわ。
Tasaki-kun suddenly pipes up. I guess she's continuing our earlier girl talk.
へえ、それは。
その話題はデリケートなんだよ。もう少し考えてしゃべれ。あ、そうね。それで、処置仲間がどうしたって？結局聞くんじゃない。私と同期の転入生、あの中の3人が何でも三角関係だそうよ。
三角関係。
There's nothing particularly strange about the word, but it somehow sounds weird coming from Takashi-kun's lips.
で、白羽は首を突っ込んでないんだな。似た話があると言っただけでしょ。白羽さんは関係ないわ。
She switches back to instructing me. Everything's hunky-dory again. However, her Amity partner seems disgruntled.
3人1組のアミティか。僕の時は2人組でよかったよ。
なぜです？
隣でイチャイチャされたらかなわない。実は今もそんな気持ちを抱いているよ。
I wink at her, and she blushes visibly. Looks like she regained her spirits.
アミティか。
I'm about to start girlishly fantasizing about what things would have been like if knitting and I were Amity partners. Shaking it off, I focus on my knitting teacher instructions. They're not, but they share a room together, don't they? I thought you could only share rooms with your Amity partners. For your judgment, O great teacher. Strawberry shortcake when you think of cake. That's what you picture. I carry the plate of homemade strawberry shortcake over to my teacher.
いただきます。
She solemnly digs her fork into it, slicing through moist sponge and fresh cream. Then she lifts the neatly cut piece to her spellbindingly beautiful lips and...
なんだか、味がしないです。
そうか。
My shoulders slump. I fell, huh?
先輩。
I've been working on the scarf for a little while now. I know it's not like me at all. Seeing the knitting needle and the ball of yarn sitting on top of my chair whenever I return to my room still gives me a laugh.
さながら少女漫画の一場面だったな。
There are so-called girly things that I actually like, but I realize they don't exactly jibe with my image. That's what makes me snigger. Still,
毒を食らわば皿までだ。
Once I made up my mind to go all in for her birthday, I got to thinking about what I need. I'm already working diligently on a present. Then I realized that it wouldn't do not to have a cake for the birthday girl too. And so I decided that alongside my gift, I'd also prepare a cake.
ゆずりは先輩、聞いてますか？
I snapped out of my train of thought by someone shaking my arm. I guess I was trying to avoid thinking about my very real failure just now.
ん？ああ、すまない。超話半分だったよ。
超って、どれくらい話半分だったんですか
100をマックスとしたら2か3くらいだな。
超話半分じゃないですか。
I apologized again, shaking my head to try and clear away the cobwebs that must have built up as I was concentrating.
しかし、これほど練習しても上達しないとは。何か呪いでもかけられているのかね。
でも、スポンジは上手に焼けるようになったじゃないですか。
She's right. Perfecting the base sponge has been a long, arduous journey full of ups and downs, but I've managed
あ
it.
とは生クリームだけだというのにうまくいかないものだな。
I try a bite for myself. The sponge is perfectly springy. All that practice paid off. No problemo, but the cream.
甘くない。まるで僕の人生のようだ。
Uh-oh, hold on. What's this about?
大丈夫ですよ。初めて作って上手にできる人なんていません。一歩ずつ着実に上達しています。
When I wonder aloud if that's really true, Ichigo-kun chimes in with her agreement, and Ringo-kun nods empathetically.
でも、なんで今ショートケーキなんですか？今日はイタリア月間ですよ。
According to the cooking club's schedule, this month is dedicated to making Italian food. I'm well aware of that. Wanting to bake a cake for Nirine's birthday, I begged Sakuragi-kun, the club president, to give me a special permission to make a cake instead.
それは
どうしてですか？
The Sakasaki sisters and Sokun's eyes are searching mine for the truth. I might be able to dupe the twins, even if I hesitate for too long. But Sokun is another matter. Gotta think fast.
弟の誕生日が間近なのだよ。手作りのケーキを送ってやりたくてね。
I tell them.
そうなんですか？弟さん思いですね。
Convinced by my explanation, they nod, and I sadly apologize to my brother for using him as an excuse. Yes, knowing Sokun, she didn't catch on to that. Or no, what I'm saying is that she definitely didn't believe what she was saying. She knows there's something else going on. Though I would hope that she wouldn't really try and butt in to see.
うちに戻った時にマッサージしてやるからな。
A massage? Huh.
それじゃあ弟さんのためにも頑張らなきゃですね。
そうだね。スポンジの残りはあるし。
生クリーム制作をしましょう。今度は私的にも手伝います。
I give Ichigo-kun a dubious look as she grabs a bowl.
生クリームの作り方はそう変わりませんし、いちごさんに教わってはどうでしょうか。
Looks like she has my teacher's endorsement.
そうだね。では再度挑戦するとしよう。
I resolved to face my cream issues head on. The recipe is simple enough. All you need is fresh cream and granulated sugar. As far as equipment goes, you just need a big bowl filled with ice water to cool it. The cream has to be cold as you whip it, otherwise the fats will separate, and it'll end up grainy rather than the smooth consistency you want. Where I went wrong last time was not in adding enough sugar, which meant that it wasn't sweet enough. And it turned out grainy too, because I overwhipped it. Apparently that can happen even if you keep the temperature down.
そろそろかな。
My cream is just about at the soft peak stage. When I scoop it up with the whisk, it slides smoothly back down into the bowl, to be quickly absorbed into the rest of the white mixture.
まだまだですね。もうちょっとなのでファイトですよ、ゆずりは先輩。
やりすぎないように注意してかき混ぜていこう。
I resume whipping. Until now, I've been holding the bowl at an angle and moving the whisk from side to side. Now that the cream is starting to thicken, I draw an oval shape through it, folding air into the liquid. Just how my teacher taught me. I persist in my close quarters battle with the cream. After a while, I asked the nearby Ichigo-kun if it's ready yet.
ですね。七分立てまでになったらスポンジの周りに塗りましょう。
Just like I'd done before, I spread the solidified cream onto the surface of the sponge. I'm good at this part. I'm finished in no time. Then it's back to whip some more creamy as.
弟さん、確かサッカーが得意なんでしたよね。
ああ、勉強はあまり振るわないが、スポーツは得意のようだね。特にサッカーは好むようだ。進学もスポーツ推薦を望んでいるそうだよ。
すごいですね。スポーツが得意っていろいろ試してサッカー一本にしたんですか？
I can't help but laugh as I recall the unbelievable reasoning behind his decision.
夢の中でダビド・ルイスに一緒にプレーしようと説得されたからだと言っていたな。
そういうのも理由になるんですね。
何を目指すだとか好きになるとかは些細なことさ。
My current batch of cream is forming stiff peaks.
生クリームの完成。あとはペストリーバッグに入れてデコレーションするだけだ。
But before that, I scoop up some cream from the bowl, using my finger and lick it off.
甘い。
成功ですか？
Following my lead, Ichigo-kan also scoops up some cream and licks it from her finger. She immediately grimaces.
甘いですね。
ああ、グラニュー糖を入れすぎたらしい。
I measured the amount out so carefully. I feel the heavy weight of failure settle on my shoulders once again.
でも今度はボソボソになってません。進歩ですよ。
まあ、そうだね。
It's nice that she's encouraging me, and I manage to smile despite the heavy burden hanging over me. Ichigo-kun scoops up another blob of cream and eats it.
さっきは甘く感じましたけど、実はそれほどでもなかったような気がします。
With that, she reaches into the bowl again, then holds her index finger out to me. Oh?
そうかな。
Uh-huh. No, Ichigo. Ichigo, you better stop. She's taken by Needy already. It might be a little too rude for me to say, but I actually like Ringo more. I licked the cream from my daintily finger, and it really is too sweet.
どうですか？
She seems restless, her tone filled with concern for me.
悪くない。
I answer.
八代先輩。
Even Sokun's like, oh my god. Yeah, you... Her head. My teacher tugs at my sleeve, and at her urging... My teacher tugs at my sleeve, and at her urging, I look around us.
少し軽率だったな。
The other cooking club members are shooting us sidelong glances. Their faces flushed.
最近、いちごくんが積極的になっていると感じていたのに。
Really? But you decided to indulge her. Okay, there we go. I tell myself again what a rash act that was. I don't want to end up having to lie and hurt someone again, like I did in that sunset-lit greenhouse.
ゆずりは先輩。
だいぶ形になった。いちごくん。あ、いや、3人にはお礼をしなくてはならない。
Yeah. Rephrase that, please. Please rephrase that. I'm dead set on an ending, and I'm not teetering until I get that ending first.
お礼ですか？別にそんなつもりじゃ。いちごね。
Ringo-kun beckons her over and whispers into her ear. The way Ichigo's face suddenly lights up makes me wonder what she could possibly have suggested.
一つお願いがあるのですけど。
I'm so embarrassed. Sokun whimpers. She squirms. Her pale skin flushes as I take her measurements. Their request has been for me to help them make their costumes. When I heard that they prepared the patterns but hadn't yet taken any measurements, I had to split up into pairs to take care of it.
いいなあ、そうちゃん。私的にも早く測ってほしいよ。採寸は一人ではできないのですか？
通常採寸は2人1組でないと無理だが、1人でもやりようはある。でもそれは元の服を着た上で測るから、そもそもの服がないとダメだね。
そうなのですか？
I'm pretty sure she doesn't have anything similar on hand. Sokun seems disappointed.
僕としては学院一の美人に大義名分が立ちつつ触ることができて幸運だけどね。
八代先輩。
おっと、あまり身動きすると本当にまずい部分に触れてしまうよ。次はヒップだ。
I'm having too much fun in this game. I'm having way too much fun.
お尻ですか？
採寸ではヒップは腰のことを言うのさ。すごいな。さすがにこのくびれは嫉妬してしまうよ。
Even at the widest point of her hips, she's still so slim. It's positively frightening.
もうよろしいですか？
Stop! Stop that!
みんなが見守る理由もわかるというものだ。
いや、それもあるとは思いますけど、八代先輩に採寸されているのが羨ましいということもあると思いますですよ。